The only thing that ever crossed flight attendant Jessica's mind when she firmly pushed away the hand of the elderly black man who was offering her a first-class ticket was irritation. She had no idea that this man was actually the new owner of the entire airport. Little did she know, just 3 hours later, she would be face to face with that very same man again, this time signing the papers that would end her career. The look of shock and disbelief on her face in that moment was something no one who witnessed it would ever forget. Asterisk, if you support this fight, press the subscribe button and let us know where you watched it in the comments. The early morning hours at Boston Logan Airport's VIP terminal were bustling. Elite figures from the business world, politicians and celebrities were completing their check-in procedures for first-class flights. The sounds of expensive shoes echoing on the marble floors, the rhythmic rolling of luxury luggage wheels, and the polite yet distant conversations of professional aviation staff set the tone of the terminal's atmosphere. Samuel Richardson, 72 years old, approached the VIP check-in counter with calm steps. He wore a clean but modest suit and old yet well-maintained leather shoes. In his hand, he held a leather briefcase and a first-class ticket for the Boston-Miami route. After serving 35 years with the Boston Police Department, he had retired with the rank of commissioner. But to the terminal staff, he was just an elderly black passenger. "One moment, sir," said hostess Jessica Morrison. She was 28 years old and had been working in the VIP terminal for 6 years. She prided herself on her ability to distinguish elite passengers. When she approached Samuel, suspicion immediately flickered in her eyes. "May I see your ticket?" Samuel politely handed over his ticket. When Jessica saw the first-class 1A printed on it, her brows furrowed. "I'm sorry, sir, but I think there might be some mistake," Jessica said with a fake smile. "This ticket ... is very expensive. Perhaps you're looking for economy class." Samuel looked at the hostess calmly. He had faced situations like this for years and was used to keeping his reactions in check. "No, ma'am, this is my first-class ticket. It's valid and paid for." "Sir," Jessica said, her tone hardening, "do you know that these tickets cost $4,500? Maybe there's been some error. I know exactly how much it costs." Samuel's voice was still calm, but now it carried authority. "I'm the one who bought it." At that moment, terminal manager Michael Torres walked over to Jessica. Michael, 45 years old, had worked at the airport for 12 years and was strict about maintaining order. "What's the issue?" Michael asked. With cold professionalism, "Mr. Torres," Jessica responded with relief. "This gentleman claims to have a first-class ticket, but ... "I'm not claiming," Samuel interrupted, handing his ticket to Michael. "This is my ticket." Michael took the ticket, examined it thoroughly, and scanned the QR code into the system. The information was correct. 8. The ticket was valid and paid for. But in Michael's mind, something was unacceptable. That this elderly black man possessed such an expensive ticket. "Sir," Michael said as he returned the ticket, "your ticket appears to be valid, but I'm sorry. The first-class section is overbooked. Today, we can offer you another option." "Overbooked?" Samuel asked, able to see the half-empty first-class lounge through the terminal window. "Yes, sir. Perhaps we can find you a seat in Economy Plus. Complimentary upgrade." Samuel took a deep breath. After fighting for justice for decades, he was still facing the same prejudices in retirement. But this time, he was in a different position. "I understand." Samuel said only those 2 words as he took his ticket and placed it back in his briefcase. "Thank you for your understanding," Michael said, visibly relieved. "Jessica, please prepare a new boarding pass for Economy Plus." Samuel nodded and sat down on one of the chairs near the terminal cafe. He pulled out his cell phone and made a call. "Robert, it's Samuel." "Yes, I'm in Boston." "Yes, I'm at the airport." "No, I haven't boarded yet. There's been a slight delay." "I'll be there in about 3 hours. Are the preparations complete?" After hanging up, he pulled a folder from his briefcase. On the cover it read, "Boston Logan International Airport Acquisition Documents, Confidential." 2 hours later, Samuel's flight had taken off, and he was on his way to Miami. The terminal returned to its regular operations until an announcement. Over the loudspeakers froze everyone in place. "Attention terminal staff, terminal manager Michael Torres and the VIP service team, please report to the conference room." Emergency meeting? Michael and his team, including Jessica, rushed to the conference room. Waiting at the door were men in suits they had never seen before. Mr. Torres. One of the men asked, "Yes, that's me. I'm Robert Anderson, from the ownership transition team of Boston Logan Airport. We have an important announcement for you." Michael's face went pale. Ownership transition. Yes, as of 2 p.m. today, this airport has been officially transferred to Richardson Aviation Holdings. Our new owner is Mr. Samuel Richardson. The silence in the room was deafening. Jessica's hand went to her mouth. Samuel Richardson. That name sounds familiar, Michael stammered. Samuel Richardson served as a commissioner at the Boston Police Department for 30 years and has invested in the aviation industry for the past 5 years. Robert continued. Applied this morning for first-class service. Jessica's knees began to tremble and wobble. No, no, that man. What man? Robert asked. The elderly black man with the first-class ticket. Michael's voice had dropped to a whisper. We didn't serve him. We redirected him to Economy Plus. Robert's facial expression froze like an ice sculpture. Did you discriminate against Mr. Richardson? We were just following protocol. Jessica defended herself. First class was extremely full. Mr. Richardson reported to us this morning. Robert pulled documents from a folder. There are eyewitnesses and there's security footage. The first class lounge was empty. Michael leaned on the table, his head spinning. Then you discriminated against the new owner of this airport. Robert finished the sentence. Mr. Richardson's first decision will be a personnel change. Just then, the conference room door opened and Samuel Richardson entered. He was no longer in the same plain suit, was now wearing an expensive business outfit and was accompanied by a legal team. Mr. Torres. Ms. Morrison. Samuel spoke in a calm but firm voice. You remember meeting me this morning, don't you? Jessica burst into tears. Mr. Richardson, I didn't know. What didn't you know? Samuel asked. That I had a first-class ticket? Or that a black man could afford such an expensive ticket? Michael stepped forward. Sir, it was a huge misunderstanding. If you had known who I was, would you have treated me differently? Samuel's eyes sharpened. Isn't that the problem itself? Samuel pulled out the audio recording he had made that morning from his briefcase. Do you know these tickets cost $4,500? Maybe it's a mistake. Single quotes. That's your voice, Ms. Morrison. Jessica's face flushed like fire. First class is extremely full today. That's your voice too, Mr. Torres. But the security cameras show the first-class lounge was half empty. Samuel looked at his team. Mr. Anderson, are the termination papers ready? Yes, sir. Mr. Torres, Ms. Morrison, your employment has ended. You're being terminated for discrimination and false statements. Michael jumped to his feet. This is unfair. We were just following protocol. What protocol? Samuel asked. The one that evaluates passengers based on skin color. Samuel looked around the room at everyone. Let everyone working at this airport understand. Discrimination will no longer be tolerated here. Regardless of color, age, gender, or social status, every passenger deserves equal respect. Jessica tried one last time to speak. Mr. Richardson, please. I've been working here for 6 years. I have a family. Loans. Samuel looked at her. Ms. Morrison, I was a cop for 35 years. I saw thousands of people's dreams shattered, many after being treated the way you treated me today. Now it's your turn. Security personnel escorted Michael and Jessica out. The rest of the staff sat frozen. As for the remaining staff, Samuel continued. There will be changes under the new management. Comprehensive tolerance training, equal service protocols, and a zero discrimination policy. Those who comply will stay. Those who don't will go. After the meeting ended, Samuel was left alone. He had thought about it on his flight back from Miami. This wasn't just revenge. This was the change needed for future generations to live in a better world. The phone rang. Samuel, it's Robert. News channels are calling. Are you going to make a statement about the changes at Boston Logan? Yes, Samuel replied, gazing out the window at the terminal. Let's do a press release. But make sure it's clear, this isn't a story of personal revenge. It's a story of systemic change. The next day, the front page of the Boston Herald read, "Retired police commissioner becomes airport owner. Fires discriminatory staff, no tolerance for prejudice," the article told. Samuel's story, from a poor black boy growing up with little to becoming a police officer, his lifelong fight against discrimination, and his post-retirement success in business. But the most powerful part was this quote, "I didn't buy this airport to make money. I bought it to make change. Every elderly man, every young woman, every person of every color should feel at home when they walk through these terminal doors." 3 months later, Boston Logan's customer satisfaction ratings became the highest in the industry. The airport's diversity training program for staff was adopted as a national model. Jessica Morrison and Michael Torres couldn't find jobs at any other airports. The aviation industry was small and Samuel Richardson's influence was far-reaching. 6 months later, Samuel was sitting in the airport's VIP lounge, waiting for a flight to Miami. This time, the flight attendant standing in front of him smiled warmly. "Mr. Richardson, your flight is ready. We've reserved the best seat in first class for you. May I get you a coffee? How do you like it?" Samuel smiled. "Sweet, thank you." As the flight attendant walked away, Samuel reflected. This wasn't just a personal victory. It was a bold step toward better experiences for thousands of people in the future. And every time he remembered the suspicious look on Jessica Morrison's face that morning, he couldn't help but smile, because that look had been the perfect proof of how necessary change truly was. Samuel Richardson had ended his police career with justice, but as the owner of an airport, he was laying the foundation for a just future to come. If you support this fight for justice, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts on where you watched the video and how it made you feel in the comments. Together, we can make our voices even stronger.